Whoa. Hey. Welcome to Geekshow Arcade.
Look at us with all this. Look how much internet we have now.
Oh, we have so much internet now.
I got it all.
Not like last week.
How do you live without internet, boys? Like, what do you do?
Whoa, we're seeing the dark side of
Owen.
Oh no,
Owen.
that's so much backstage, Owen.
You're
I know, look at
triggering
that.
me.
No, I had to.
backstage,
I told you I had to
dog.
move. I told you I had to move my camera because I've got a new setup.
I think I just stared into infinity, guys, and I can't come out.
Oh,
Jaren, when you stare into the abyss stares back at you.
that's right.
No. Oh no.
This is as good as it's gonna get today. I gotta resituate.
Looks
that.
fine. Geek Show Arcade, where we're talking about games. This is the game show.
This is a game show.
Games, video game related things, and we're gonna talk about it today.
Like we do.
Tonight. Yep. But before we get started, let's introduce our panelists. Hey, it's Owen. We saw some backstage Owen.
I'm sorry for all of you that saw Into Infinity. That's my domain expansion. If you know what that is, you're a nerd, but I like you. So, if you did know what that was, you should tell me in Discord if you know what a domain expansion is. Anyway, that's me, nerd.
Or the two people that went down. Watching live should comment in there if they know
Oh
what it
yeah,
is.
oh yeah.
Yeah, we're live, remember?
Oh yeah.
That's why I
I'm
have to
glad
start
that-
on time.
No, we don't.
Yep. All right,
Yep, we
hey,
do.
it's Jaren.
Hey, people live. We don't have to start on time. We're here for us, not you.
Hey, Owen, this is my time now. You
Sorry.
quiet.
Go ahead, Jaron. It's always your
I'm
turn.
Jaren. You can find me on Geek Show Help Desk or on Blue Sky at Jeronius.
Is that the end?
I stopped talking, didn't I?
We really got to work on your inflection. All right, and we got
Shut
Lando.
up.
Watch and learn, Jaren. Hey, I am Lando. Happy to be here. Could not be more excited to be back on the show. I missed you guys last week. I felt really disappointed I couldn't be there and sad.
We
See,
were
that's
sad
how you.
without you.
That's how you end it, right?
And we have a host. His name is Tony.
Ta-da! Thanks, Jaren.
I
Nailed
will
it.
another thing.
Da-da-da.
That's me.
I just want to make my point that I did better than Jaren. That's all.
Oh, hey, that's a good point to make.
Anyway, yeah, Geek Show podcasts, etc. Find me there. Let's see. You know what? We always start off the show if we have any emails. Do we have any
We
We
emails?
don't.
Oh,
Nope,
okay.
we don't.
Well, let's just roll on to the stories. If you do so feel the need, desire, or want to email us, you can do so at geekshowarcade@gmail.com. Hey, we got 3 again. He came back. Or she. All right. Okay. We went to CES last week. We got some CES gaming stories.
It was awesome.
It was quite rad. That is for sure. We got some very interesting AI story topics to talk about. We got some remakes. There aren't remakes. Man, where should we start?
AI, all the things.
Let's start with a CES story. Let's talk about something Intel has made that actually has me excited.
A new CPU GPU combo.
Yeah, now I'm less excited somehow. How did you do that, Jaren?
How did you do
I am great at that.
It's the inflection. It's the inflection in his voice. Kills us every time.
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
All right. Intel is they released Panther Lake at CES, and
It's a cool name.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I want panthers at my lake. We'll get more details on it as more details emerge because it's still quite new, but by all accounts, it's looking quite nice. A very nice performance uplift compared to the previous gen, better efficiency gains, as well as better GPU performance. And specifically, how it deals with gaming is they are planning to release a custom Panther Lake CPU for handheld PCs.
That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah,
cool.
so the GPU performance of Panther Lake in a laptop, it is close to a mobile 4050, which on a handheld PC would be quite amazing.
Ain't too
That'd
shabby.
be really good.
Ain't
Yeah.
too shabby.
And Intel is quite good with ray tracing as well as upscaling and frame gen.
That's
So
what I was going to say. That more power plus better software features than AMD stuff.
yeah, so this is exciting. AMD I guess I'll just go into this one too. AMD, they released a new Strix Halo variant, and this is their 40-core GPU insanity giant chip that handheld makers are putting into handhelds with like giant batteries to match.
Yeah.
They are downsizing it, so instead of a 16-core 40
GPU core.
40 GPU core chip, they're bringing it down to as low as 8 cores, 40 GPU cores. So that is a lot more ideal for handhelds because you're not wasting power on 8 additional CPU cores, which you're not going to need anyway in a handheld.
Yep.
So that would be power savings as well as more wattage for the GPU instead of it being wasted on additional 8 cores. So the Panther Lake stuff is more exciting to me just because Strix Halo is still an old RDNA 3.5 architecture, so you're not getting the fancy new RDNA 4 or FSR 4 stuff. So good job, Intel. I hope you're turning it around. And I feel bad for the old CEO because he for sure was leading this.
He's the one that laid all the groundwork for this and got it going. And now the new
and
CEO is like, look what I did.
Exactly.
Nothing.
How it
You did
goes.
nothing.
It's like politics.
Just like politics.
Ugh,
But
gross.
I'll tell you, if AMD had put RDNA 4 stuff in the new Strix, that'd
That'd be so exciting.
game changer, right?
Yeah.
Because the current Strix with 43.5 RDNA 3.5 cores is still really awesome, but the stuff with Redstone is next level for AMD.
Yeah.
And 3.5 doesn't support it.
AMD is having a boring year.
Yeah.
No new CPU. Well, I guess technically there's like the
Slight bump.
9850 X3D, which is like a 3 to 7% performance increase.
So when we were at AMD's booth at CES, we were talking with one of their representatives there in front of one of their gaming computers, and I told him, "Well, I've got the 9800 X3D, and I'm thinking about moving to the 9850 X3D for that extra 400 megahertz," and he just says, "Don't." The AMD guy. He's like, you won't notice a difference. If you've already got the 9800 X3D, you're not going to notice. It's only a single core boost. Even in applications that like single core performance, it's not going to be really a noticeable gain for you.
He's a cool guy. I like
spend the money and go through all the trouble of swapping it out. And I was like, never would I have ever guessed the AMD rep would say, don't upgrade to the latest AMD.
Don't give us your money. We don't want it.
But yeah, kudos to him for being super honest and straightforward. So that was interesting.
So hopefully it'll be a fun year for handhelds. Excited
Yeah.
to see what Intel brings to the table here.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's talk about games in your BIOS.
How cool
Almost
is
BIOS.
how almost BIOS? So UEFI,
Just replacing BIOSes, basically.
it's the replacement BIOS, right? But it gives a little bit more flexibility. This is pretty cool. You can go. These guys from Hackaday have a GitHub repository that you can go pull some UEFI games from, and I think there's 5 of them so far. But I'm just going to run through these real fast. The graphic on the front for the story shows, I'll talk about that one first. It's the falling tunnel. And when you boot up, the first thing's going to happen is you're going to get a little purple asterisk, and you have to slide that down the tunnel to get to the word boot before your computer will boot. If you don't, it shuts down. And that, in fact, that's failure for any of these is a shutdown.
That's
so
funny.
cool.
And
Gamify
so
Real
your
stakes.
Gamify your
yeah.
startup.
And so here's kind of the first 5 they've got going so far. So the tunnel one I just mentioned. Then they have user evaluation for ineptness challenges the user to add 2 random numbers from 0 to 99. If your answer is incorrect, the system mocks you and
That's so
shuts
good.
down.
Oh,
Mocks you.
jeez.
Insult sword fighting.
Oh, classic.
Oh, Monkey Island. I
It's
love
a
it.
Monkey Island reference. They're asked to choose the correct comeback to continue booting, and you can actually go edit those the insults.txt file from GitHub to expand the scope. Fall to boot is the one I talked about with the vertical tunnel. Age verification is a I don't get this reference. I need to look it
Leisure
up.
Suit Larry.
Oh, leisure,
Leisure
you don't
Suit-
about leisure
No.
suit Larry.
Can you give me a 5-second
Leisure
context?
Suit Larry was a point and click adventure game that came out in the mid '90s. They made, I don't know, 6 or 8 of them, and they
Okay.
still.
Ton of them.
It seems like they still make one occasionally. Like every 5 or 6 years, it's like, oh, new Leisure Suit Larry game, and it's basically about this guy that there might have been some before the '90s. I'm just forgetting. It's about this creepy loser guy that just wants to hook up with chicks, and you're trying to score. That's Leisure Suit
It's
Larry.
an old
Okay.
Sierra Online title.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, age verification is it's a Leisure Suit Larry inspired 80s pop culture trivia quiz. Due to the subject matter, this kind of filters out those too young
That's funny.
to use the computer. Lastly, there's the EUFI says game. Yeah,
What's Simon?
What do you call it, Tony?
UEFI.
UEFI. Thank you. UEFI says game, which is basically Simon, and you have to. It's a memory test following 4 boxes of different colors,
man.
and you have to succeed in order to boot. I love this. I don't know that in a hurry it would be great.
Right.
but
That's the thing.
can you imagine if you're like, I got to get this up? Okay, what's the best comeback? Like,
I don't know what 43 times. I don't know what 43 plus 55 is.
I'm too angry for this right now.
I don't know what 88 plus 63
Yeah.
is. Dang it.
Yeah, I'm too angry. So
And
there
if
you
Windows restarted like it tends to do,
go. to my understanding, if I read this right, does it have to be Linux? I don't think it does because it's UEFI. So maybe it should be.
Well, it could apply to either one, but
Yeah.
if these are Linux only, then it's only.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
how you would. Anyway, so go check it out on GitHub, I guess, if you wanna have some frustration, if you need a minute to get yourself fired up.
Could you use the same GitHub repo to like customize it, do whatever you wanted to, right? So you have it
I
boot
assume,
up and
yeah.
say like Tony's the best.
Yeah,
And
you
then
could
do
have
it.
it.
Oh yeah, you can
Yeah.
do that for
That's
sure.
amazing.
yeah.
You should totally do that, Tony. Custom boot screens. Yes, sir.
Just take a screenshot of this right now. Make this my custom boot screen. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty neat. You know what else is neat? Jailbreaking a PS5. And you know how you can do it? With an old crappy Star Wars game.
hey, whoa, what's with that charged language here, buddy?
I speak nothing but the truth.
It's a old crappy Star Wars game. Star Wars Racer Revenge. This was actually originally a PS2 game released in 2002.
Oh
But
my
l-
gosh.
But Limited Run Games made 8,000 copies for the PS4. I think it was in 2018 or 2019. And of course, PS4 games are backwards compatible on the PS5. And this
Well-
particular version that's on the disc, if you put it in the PS5, it allows you to inject code and then jailbreak the PS5.
Nice.
Now I'm second thinking my language, because if Limited Run Games thought it was good enough to re-release it, it might actually be a good game.
Aha.
I know for sure though, when I see a game that looks like a cover that looks like that, I'm like, that's clearance bin stuff.
Yeah, that's ET in the that's ET being
Not
buried
so,
in the desert. type
Because they
of
only made
stuff.
8,500 copies, and so you only have 8,500 copies to jailbreak your PS5.
I know they're not clearance
Yeah.
bin anymore. I tell
So
you that.
basically,
They're going
the,
for like $300, $400 on eBay now.
yeah. So basically, the devs left a piece of code, access to the settings
Yep.
via this game, access to the settings below the command, and it lets you inject. Basically, get the ROM keys, right, Jaron? Like basically, that's how you get the leaked ROM keys out, or rewrite it.
I don't know. I've never hacked.
I don't know about that. I just know that
Oh,
allows you to jailbreak. I think there
so
was.
that allows
I
you
think-
to write to the ROM, because the ROM
Yeah.
encryption has been leaked, and it lets you now you can get an encrypted files from beneath.
Now, I think that's a different story, actually, where, the keys have been leaked. And so
I think that's
It's
why
a-
they need it, though.
so
I think that's why
here
they
in
need the
the-
game, though.
I think it makes
both.
emulation possible on the PCs, my guess, because
This
now
is
you
in
can.
the second paragraph, Owen. So I know it's
I didn't-
tough.
Oh, I didn't read this. This is
You
Jaren's
should have
story.
read this,
Can
but
we?
you know, it said interested
How
jailbreakers
dare
need
you.
the Racer Revenge to jailbreak the PS5 12.0 firmware because of a bug in the game's Hall of Fame feature. According to Eurogamer, the bug makes it possible to inject new code into Sony's console, and because the PS5 is able to load any PS4 discs, the Star Wars Racer Revenge is an easier method to pull the jailbreak off.
This isn't.
Yeah.
This
So
doesn't
it's still
need those
code
leaked ROM
injection.
keys. Oh, so they
That's
don't need the ROM keys. Oh,
Nope.
I thought
No,
that
this
was
is different.
Like it.
I thought when we were talking about this earlier, it was both. They needed both things: the game and the ROM keys being leaked. But
No,
Alright.
so the ROM keys being leaked, that's a different thing.
You only need one piece of the Triforce to pull this off.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me be Ganon.
All
So
right,
for the ROM keys, anyone that
yeah,
can
what-
get the hex strings can now hardware code that and allow jailbreakers to decrypt and analyze the console's bootloader.
Ooh, which is also not something Sony wants you to do.
Yep.
And it's unpatchable. Those are unpatchable. Cannot be changed.
You can't change the ROM key with a patch?
Mm-mm.
Ooh.
They are hardware. So
Hard-coded.
new versions of PS5 they'll change
Right.
that, but up until now,
That's interesting.
yeah.
All right. Discussion point. Here we go. This has been floating around the video game zeitgeist discussion boards, etc., for the past couple of weeks. AI usage in video games. I mean, obviously, this has been floating around for a while, but this particular specific instance of it, ever since Claire Obscure won a whole bunch of awards, it has come to light that they used AI-generated textures in parts of their game. And this made some organizations so angry, like the Indie Game Awards, which it won Game of the Year, that they stripped it of its title. They said, nope,
Wow.
if you're going to be using AI-generated content, especially in the game, like in the shipped title, we're not going to let you win.
I don't understand how that didn't come up before the award was given.
So that's the interesting thing, right? What does that mean? Like how there's a lot of aspects to this, and that's one of them. How are you supposed to know if a developer uses AI to generate stuff if it's not told to you by the developer or someone within the team leaks it, right?
Well, not only that, but where's the line, right? I mean, we're talking about textures and art, and that's one thing, right? But we know the devs are using AI on the code side too. Like they're using it to help them write code. So like,
That's the next part of the question: is where is the line, right?
what do you? I don't know.
I commented on a Jason Schreier Blue Sky post about this a couple of weeks ago, and some keyboard warrior tried to take me to task on it because I said in the post Jason Schreier was throwing out there, where is the line? Does the line count for AI transcript recording when you're doing meetings? If
Right.
you're meeting as a team to talk about your video game,
Absolutely.
does that count? Or does it count if you use it to, rough draft emails that you send to your fellow employees at the video game dev studio? Where's and I got on there and I basically said this requires nuance, and people don't like nuance, but
Which is true.
I don't think that it should matter if you use Copilot to transcript a meeting. It shouldn't affect your eligibility to win a video game award, right?
Right.
Now,
Because it's about art. Because it's about art,
Now,
right?
generation of art assets, absolutely. That's a whole different thing.
What
right?
about code assets?
I see. I didn't even think about that until you brought it up. That's a very, I don't know. I would say that's probably on par with art assets.
Well,
we
should you
talked
not
about-
be using Windows then to run the games?
See that they got AI built into Windows now, right?
And we've talked about audio or on the fly AI audio too,
Mhm.
right? We've talked about it in the past, right? So
Yep.
audio assets, they're closer to art. I don't know.
Yeah, we're entering a very interesting era of video game development on how the public's going to react to this. And soon after this bombshell dropped, because up until this point, Claire Obscure 33 was the indie darling of the last year, 2025. Everyone couldn't stop raving about it. I haven't played it yet, but I own it and I'm planning on playing it at some point. But everyone I've read that played it or talked to that started it and played it has enjoyed it quite a bit. Well, you know what other game that what other studio was the darling of last year, the video game darling of 2024?
Is this Larian?
Larian. Larian. Sven, what's his face? The CEO of Larian did an AMA, and he admitted that Larian uses AI tools to develop concept art. And basically,
There's a big difference between concept art and
well,
final art.
is it though? I mean, you're taking
Fine.
away a job from someone who would be arting up concept art.
I don't think so. I think the art. I think the game, the design, the game designers have to napkin something at some point. So they're just shortcutting that front portion of it, and then
Well,
the fine tuning.
You assume that they won't hire someone to do that.
Well, I assume they wouldn't. Yeah.
But if they would, then it's cutting someone's
Which
job out.
and napkin art's different than
Than
concept art.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. When you're starting
Well,
to
not
get
only that,
into
but
it,
then what if you use AI to prototype a game idea or gameplay before you go into main development? And there's all kinds of stuff there.
yeah,
Well, not only
It's-
that, like
it's
we've
a-
talked about it
it's
before.
a tool. It's a tool. If you look at it strictly as an art form, then yeah, maybe you've got some people that won't be
isn't
okay
that
with
what,
that.
Isn't
but
that what we've been fighting for years? Saying video game is an art form, video game's an art.
it's also a business.
And
So
well,
is
art's
making
also a
comic
business.
books. So is
Is
making television.
using AI to de-age an actor that needs to do a scene in a flashback.
Or to
is
bring
that
one
bad
back.
too?
Or what about the ones that bring people back, like they did in Star Wars?
That's what he's
With,
talking about. Yeah.
That's
You
the
know?
kind of stuff. So obviously, we're not going to come to any conclusion on this podcast
Hmm.
at any point, nor especially not today. But Larian took a lot of heat over the last
Especially in
couple of
their-
weeks for this.
Especially, their new game. They used their concept art had some AI.
AI
help.
generated
AI
stuff,
help.
right?
Yep.
And that's all we basically saw was a concept video, a concept CGI trailer of the new game.
He
right?
did didn't he backpedal? He backpedaled
He
really quick and
backpedaled.
said we won't be doing any more AI anything in anywhere because they don't want to. I mean, they can't afford to lose their hype
goodwill,
train, their
right?
population. Yeah, he had to come out real quick and.
Well,
curb
here's
that.
what he said. The important bit is to note that we will not generate creative assets, and that's what he put in quotes, that end up in a game without being 100% sure about the origins of the training data and the consent of those who created the data.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
ca- I
not
mean,
saying
I
they're
have-
not. That's not
and
saying they're not going to
and
use
from
AI.
And from an indie studio like them, right? I can imagine if they need to go pitch a story to some execs who don't care. They're their business side. They don't care about the art form. They just don't need. They're just going to pay for it and invest in it. You need to spin up a prototype, or you need to spin up some marketing. Some concept stuff to take to them. Yeah, I mean that saves you money on the. So
Well,
you don't have to have an
I
artist.
would respectfully disagree with
You
that.
think that concept art should have to be
100%.
I would say if it's just going to a pitch meeting
Nope.
and it has no bearing on the final design of the game.
No, I
Then you're
think
being
concept art.
then you're being disingenuous about
it's
what
a
you're
bit,
pitching.
Yeah, but that's how it is for all pitches.
You just
There's
assume
like-
that. I don't think
No.
it's
Well, but
that
not only
way.
that, but concept art's used for more than just pitching, Owen.
Yeah,
Concept
it-
art sets
it
direction for the
becomes-
game. It's like a mood board,
right
right?
there.
True. It does
You know what
go
I'm
to the
saying? It says,
public.
okay, here's the general vibe of the game we
mood
want to
board,
create.
you're
Here's the
taking
concept.
assets from other people on a mood board.
You're right, but at the same time, concept art's created in-house, saying, here's what we want to see, here's the vibe or the direction we want to go,
Especially
for these characters,
if you use it,
for this artwork.
if you use it to hype.
But if
it
it
goes
sets the
out to the
direction, is my
public.
point, Jaron.
Yeah, if it goes out to the public and you're starting to use it to hype, then you got a problem. I think.
Well, not only that, here's the the real problem I have is that statement you just read, Tony, where he says we won't do anything, use AI for creative assets. To me, that's their way of saying we won't use it for art, but
Right.
technical assets, fair game.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like to me too. I think that's double speak, and I kind of dislike it.
Well, and then he went on further and said, I can't remember what the question was that he was answering, but he says, to answer your second question, Oh, here it is. How does generated placeholder text, because that's what you'd use it for as well, auto AI generated placeholder text, benefit development over simple stub text? And his response was, it doesn't. We had a limited group experimenting with tools to generate text, but the results hit a 3 out of 10 at best, and those tools are for research purposes, not for use in Divinity. Even my worst first drafts, and there are a lot of them, are at least a 4 out of 10, although Swen might disagree. And the amount of iteration required to get even individual lines to the quality we want is enormous. From the initial stub to the line we record and ship, there are a great many eyes and hands involved in getting a dialogue right. So he's trying to say it's okay because we don't use it, but he's also saying it's okay because it sucks. Which to that I would say, why do you use it if it sucks?
I think
Right?
maybe
It doesn't really
comparing.
make any sense what he's saying there.
I would say the reason why they use it, even though it sucks, is to get something. It's placeholder text, right? It's literally.
or compare.
We're
and
coming back to
contrast.
this. We're moving on to the next thing.
Yeah,
Like
like
concept.
like you can't kind of like the contrast, right? You can't know how you can't make something good if you don't have something bad to start with, and that crap 3 out of 10. It's like, yeah, let's work on this part here. So yeah, like I said, placeholder
Maybe.
text.
I don't know.
Just something.
I'm
something
okay
to
with
move
using
on.
AI for placeholder text.
We've
That's a
already
real
seen.
common
We've already
thing.
seen.
Why not just use
instances-
placeholder text for placeholder text?
Yeah, we've already seen instances of developers thinking that that's all they were using it for, and then it gets
That's
put
true.
out in the beta.
Yeah.
It gets put out in the demo.
That's true.
And people notice it, and they're like, "What the heck is this?" So there's
It's a slippery slope of just leaving it in there, right? Because
yeah,
it's easy.
you can't just say it's fine because we're going to take it out because people forget to take it out,
Or
right?
or they just hope they don't get caught.
or that, yes,
Or that.
So yeah, it's been interesting to see this discussion and these articles kind of unfold over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, but
I mean,
this,
yeah, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I think as soon as you start using AI to do anything besides just administrative stuff, transcribing emails, transcribing meetings, rough draft emails, as soon as you get into the programming or the art or the dialogue, you've crossed a line that I don't think you should cross.
I agree
but
with you.
that's-
Here's where my
Or
thoughts were when you were
Art
saying that, Tony.
Or for like soulless data queries.
Wait, well, how do data queries apply to art or?
Jaren's gonna make this.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah,
Oh.
like, are you saying everything?
No, I was referring to art. I was referring
Okay.
to
Yeah, because like when you think about art, right? If you were to go make like a portrait or a painting and go try to enter it at a major art show, you couldn't put AI there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the question then, to my mind, becomes what is art, right? And one of the points I've maintained in my years of development is a creative endeavor, right? It is creative problem solving. It is a form of art. When you solve, like I'm here to tell you, when you like solve a coding problem in some elegant new way you haven't thought of before, boy howdy does it feel amazing, right? And is
many
a form
times-
of art.
How many times
But-
do you solve it new though? Because I would say that happens maybe 1 out of 100. You find a new
Well,
elegant way. So if you use AI, to
we're-
just
Depends
be
what the
like,
problem
we're,
is.
We're also apples to oranges a little bit right now.
yeah.
Lando refers to that as art, and I can get that because it's something that you enjoy and you really take a lot of great pride in and seeing like that. But like it's not the same as a picture,
It's
or audio.
not. You're
or-
right.
Yeah, it's apples to
It's-
oranges.
It's different, but at the same time, there
To an
still is
engineer,
talent there,
to
right?
a
There's-
coder,
Oh, there's still talent
right?
there for sure.
Yeah.
Required, absolutely. There's no question about that.
and
Yeah.
generative AI is still using other people's talents to create new code, and so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I think we should move on.
I'm torn.
Yeah, like I said,
It's
we're
interesting.
We're not gonna get to the bottom of a decision on this in this silly little podcast. But these are just our opinions, right? All right. So let's talk about you know what you can't beat? Free games. You can't beat free games.
Free games are the best. So if you spent any amount of time at all on Steam, you know they're having sales all the time, right? They have the big ones like the summer sale or the winter sale or whatever, but they're having smaller sales all the time. So recently there was a company, Team 17, launched its big hidden treasure sale on Steam, right? So it was a sale to try and promote games about hidden treasures. And I thought this was really fun. So usually the background of the Steam library will change depending on what the sale is to kind of have the theme. And because it was hidden treasures, Team 17 put in hidden game codes into the background, like literally free games into the background. If you just punch the codes in, you got free games, which I thought was just a clever little detail that was a lot of fun. A way to help market your sell and to help, if you're paying attention to the background art, you're like, oh, what those look like Steam codes, and you try them, and sure enough, some of them gave you free games, which I thought was kind of fun. That's all.
Probably one use. So,
Probably they were.
Of course, they're one use. Yeah.
Yeah.
So by this time, it's way too late to get one. But
they've already been used. Yeah.
If you're the kind of person is into codes and solving puzzles, this was probably your kind of thing, and you probably like, wait a second, those look interesting.
What? Who saw that and went, I'm gonna look at those.
That looks like a game code.
We're so used to concept art and to like background art now that we're just like, oh yeah, it's a treasure themed background.
Just looks like
hidden
parchment
treasures.
With words.
But you
Anyway.
can clearly see the game codes in there. It's ridiculous.
I
They
Team
just released
17.
Golf with Your Friends 2 already. It's been forever, man.
Well, if you don't already own it, now's the time. It's only $1.50
No,
this
that's
week.
with Golf with Your Friends 1. I'm talking about 2.
No, that's
the
what I'm
sequel.
saying. Like, if you haven't played the first one, grab this one for $1.50. You'll enjoy it.
It's a fun time
a good
with other friends, like online or even local. It's fun.
Yep. And of course, Team 17, all-time classic, Worms, the Worms games.
Want to know how many hours I've put in a Golf with Your Friends?
A lot?
Yeah, 47.
320.
125.
Dang, dude.
Split the difference.
That's still more than I have in Borderlands 4 at this point. It won't be, but it is for now. All right. Speaking of older games, The Division. This is a rumor. The Division is getting a definitive edition. The first Division game came out 10 years ago this year. And I got to say, The Division was the first game there was a sizzle reel for that I thought to myself, no way. There's no way the game that looks that good and will play on current gen stuff. And then it came out, and it actually did. It was the first foray that I know of the Snowdrop engine that Ubisoft has the rights to via owning the dev team Massive Games. Is that right?
I think Massive Entertainment.
Massive Entertainment, yeah. And since that game has come out, we've seen the Snowdrop engine in several other games within the Ubisoft library, and each time it looks better and better. That
Star Wars Outlaws,
games.
Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, Division 1, Division 2.
Just
really
phenomenal.
good engine.
Phenomenal engine. And so, according to rumors here, we should be getting a Division Definitive Edition to celebrate the 10th anniversary. And so one would assume that would basically have all of the, DLC and everything like that all rolled into one. Yeah, it's Massive Entertainment. There it is. And I'm hoping that we're going to see some graphical updates because it used one of the early versions of the Snowdrop engine. And if they went through and plopped the new engine onto that game, that would be pretty cool.
I want some cross-play as well. I think that's necessary
would be
for
good.
any multiplayer game that comes out today.
Agreed. So we'll see if that one makes it out, but it's pretty heavily rumored, and also apparently it's showing up in advertisements in Japan. So I mean, at an esports event. So it's pretty much guaranteed that it's coming out at this point. Let's talk about speaking of video game graphics. DLSS 4.5.
This was announced at CES.
This
And,
is exciting stuff.
Yeah,
It is. We got
yeah.
to see it at the NVIDIA booth, NVIDIA floor, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, they basically took up a whole floor in the Fontainebleau.
Blue. Anyway, very neat stuff. DLSS 4 using the transformer model was a huge leap over the previous DLSS versions. And what that means pretty much is better image quality in your games, even running at a lower resolution. And 4.5 seems like an quite a significant leap as DLSS 4 was to the previous versions. I've tried it in a number of games, and it's amazing. Like everything is just so pin sharp, and
Without looking over sharpened.
yeah, without being over sharpened. There's no aliasing anywhere, so there's no jaggies. There's no really weird noise and textures or anything like that. It's really really very good. They've really fixed the ghosting problem with DLSS in some games. An recent example that I've seen is Frontiers of Pandora Avatar. There was ghosting all over the particles that were in the air with the DLSS 4.5 preset M. Completely removes the ghosting. Particles are even more plentiful than they were before because, like the previous versions of DLSS, kind of.
They couldn't recognize all the particles.
Yeah, and so
now
like
they can.
it would kind of cancel out the particles a bit.
Yeah.
So it's available for anyone with the GPU 20 series and newer. However, I probably wouldn't use it unless you're on a 40 series or newer card, because it does come with a performance impact. Not too big if you're on a 40 or 50 series card, but pretty big on 30 and even more of an impact on the 20 series cards. But as with all things DLSS, you can choose whichever model you want to use.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have to use it. And you can even turn it off if you happen to not like amazing graphics.
I think Lando has his hand up.
I have a question.
Or
I have a
he's having
question.
a stroke.
No, I don't want having a stroke. Owen.
You smell
Gosh,
toast.
Nope, no toast. Real quick question. Remind me how the DLSS works? Just briefly.
So it's a version of TAA, which is temporal anti-aliasing. It will take previous frames and take that data and pretty much add in data to the current frame. So it'll temporarily use that resolution from previous frames to inject into the current frame, adding more detail, which then decreases the amount of aliasing or visual corruption in the image.
Doesn't it use like AI to help it do that?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
the
yeah.
models are trained on AI for sure.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
How does this fit into our previous discussion about game and developers using AI, right? Because isn't this like
so this
tangentially related in some way?
It is, I would say, but because it only affects the art that's already been created and does not create any new art, I think it falls under a different category.
And really what
It's
it's
not
doing...
creating new art, but it's creating new frames?
No, so ideally, you would run a game at like 4 times the resolution of your monitor, and then you really wouldn't have aliasing because the resolution would be so high, the pixels on your monitor wouldn't pick up any of the artifacts.
Render that artifact, yeah.
Yeah, so that would be unrealistic though with the horsepower we have today.
Right.
Unless you had a 720p monitor, right? Since our monitors are much higher resolution, that's just not feasible. So what it's pretty much doing is it's using machine learning to mimic a higher resolution, but you're not actually paying the cost for it with your.
I understand, but you understand why I'm asking the question and why the point or the connection my brain's making. I'm just trying I'm trying to understand is it a valid connection or not.
I get your brain's making that connection, but it's not generative AI. It doesn't use it doesn't create new art.
Fair enough.
Right.
Okay.
So, but yeah,
it's like
this is the machine learning AI that this is the same kind of AI I believe that not DLSS specifically, but this kind of machine learning AI that doctors use to be able to read radiologist scans better, so that it infers, where the tumor will appear based on the tiny bit of information it can see that the human eye would miss.
And it's kind of like the CSI zoom in and enhance type of thing, but for
real.
video games.
Yeah.
Enhance. Yeah, no, I'm just asking the question because my
No,
brain
it's-
doesn't understand exactly
yeah.
what it is, and like I start to make connections. I'm like, are these connections real and valid
Right.
connections, or is Lando crazy? Because oftentimes, especially in the game show, let's be honest, Lando's crazy.
Yeah, if you could use DLSS to like make an extra DLC pack for the game you're playing, that would be a different story, right? Which who knows? Maybe someday it will get there, and that'll be scary. Not DLSS,
Would it be?
but I mean
So you're
AI
using
in
AI
general.
to help performance.
Yeah, that's exactly
Performance
what it
and
does.
image quality.
This is the. I
Well,
would say
yeah.
this is the first time, the first really solid time you could say that NVIDIA's claims of better than native
Yeah,
pans
true
out
now. Yeah.
100%. Now it's true, right?
God of War Ragnarok using the new DLSS 4.5, it's insanely sharp.
I
Like
bet.
all the text, all of the detail comes out in the image. There's no artifacting at all.
yeah, we
you
got
could
to
just
see it. We got to see it side by side at CES, and it was
Looks
it was
good.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
I was playing Arc Raiders with it the other day.
Have you been able to go to cinematic now?
Okay, today. um,
Oh, I saw.
but yeah, I got two games in between work and before the gym. I was like, I got to play a couple. I
Okay,
gotta go
let me say
topside.
something about Arc
But,
Raiders. Like, seriously, 10 hours of conversation during last week's trip to CES with these two guys was about Arc Raiders. It was either about
No.
Arc Raiders
10
or
hours is an exaggeration. It was like 8.
yeah, it was like 10 hours. It was either Arc Raiders or the current state of our government. And I could not, either was a horrible topic. And,
Jaron,
Oh.
you just got to get our graders. You could have enjoyed it.
oh,
get
I
on
can
board,
get it.
man.
But
Get
would
on
I have
board.
time to play it? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would. You would make time, just like you
Yeah.
made time for Elden Ring.
The addiction makes time, my man.
You're not wrong on that.
So yeah, but Arc Raiders, the textures look significantly better, and it's fixed a lot of the issues with the shrubberies and foliage.
They move a lot. I'm on a 3080 Ti, and I can tell that they could be better.
Yeah, and so I can play it on performance now, and I think it looks as good as native or better. And it's rendering.
If
at
anything, I
1/4.
think DLSS preserves the artist's intent.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Should I roll DLSS 4.5
I have-
on my
I have-
3080 Ti?
You're
Do
going to take about a
4.
12% penalty hit.
Yeah,
I
I would do
have-
4.
4?
Yeah, like
stick with-
preset K is what
Yep.
you want,
Yeah.
not preset
I
M.
have thoughts and pushbacks, but I'm gonna keep them to myself for now, just to keep the show moving.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're getting close to finishing up the stories here, and we're only at 40 minutes, so go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, so perform the artist's intent, right? If I say generate me an image in the style of Picasso, right? Technically, I'm keeping the artist's intent.
No,
But
no.
you
I'm
use the
100%.
word
I don't agree with
generate.
anything I'm saying. I'm playing devil's advocate just a little bit.
Look at it like this. Say you have a Picasso, not a Picasso, let's say a really old, something from the Renaissance, and it has faded over the years and gotten covered in whatever the patina is that happens to
Sure.
oil paintings. You take it to an artist, a museum, and they go through and they restore it.
Could
so
you-
it looks like it did when
could
it
you
was
relate it-
originally painted. That's
Yeah.
what DLSS is
Could
doing.
you
Yeah,
relate
it's
it?
not generating
cleaning.
anything;
Since-
it's
since you're-
preserving what was already there.
Since you're talking about the client side RPCs,
Well,
couldn't you say it's more like glasses? Like, what if you start to go
that's a good
blind?
way to put it too.
And
yeah.
this,
like
you're letting us view it the way that the
like-
artist would
like-
have
it's like
us see it.
It's like putting on glasses if your
Yeah.
vision is blurry.
Yeah, it
but
sharpens it up.
So you're talking about two different pieces of DLS, Lando. We're talking about the frame upscaling, and you keep bringing up frame generation. That's
Frame
that's-
generation.
That's a
understand those
different thing,
things,
right?
Yeah,
That's a
No,
different.
the generation's where I'm at.
So the generation is, it basically just recreates the same frames faster, so that it so you have a smoother feeling
And-
feeling picture.
TVs have been doing this for decades, just in a horrible way.
Yeah,
it's
this
the
is
soap
finally-
opera effect.
Finally, a good way of
Not
yeah.
not great for film or like live action TV, but it's fantantastic for video games.
Yeah. Use a baseball analogy. I
Be
don't
like-
know
Be
baseball.
like, this is like the old jumbotron versus a new jumbotron, right? Still the same, just a better picture.
Yeah, you could say that. There you go. Baseball.
Boom! I baseballed the heck out of that. I hit it right the 415 feet
That was-
to
you
center
hit-
field.
You hit a touchdown,
You
Owen.
hit that
Good job.
touchdown.
I hit-
You guys.
How-
suck so
how
bad.
far? How far is it to center field touchdown? How center field? What's a center field? What's a center field touchdown, Lando? Is it 450 feet?
I think that's 3
It changes
points.
per stadium,
3
Owen.
points. is
What's
what
the
that
biggest?
is.
Why would they change it per
That
stadium?
doesn't make sense.
That seems like a
Where's
moving
the
the goalpost.
consistency?
I've always
Literally.
thought that was weird too, but you got to remember
That's what makes baseball fun.
it changes by
You're
stadium. But it's also a detriment to the home team. They have to hit it just as far as the visiting team.
Oh yeah.
Some,
So why-
Some
so-
stadiums are
so-
hitter friendly.
Oh, so
Some of them
they-
are Fenway.
they're
So
like-
there you go.
is Fenway the biggest?
No, Fenway's just got the big green monster in the left-hand field. It's hard to hit homers over.
'Cause it's
What's
a super
the-
tall fence? Is that what it
It's
is?
a super tall fence. It's called the green monster because it's big and green.
What's the big? Do you know the? Do you know
How
the
do you not
biggest
know
field?
this? This is like Fenway is like one of the oldest baseball parks in all of America.
Oh my god!
What's a
I don't
Fenway?
know. What's a fen? Is it a?
It's-
Is that in Idaho?
I
You
think
guys
it's
are
a.
trolling me.
I
and hate
actually
it.
think it's a vegetable.
Oh,
like a
you're talking
plant.
about a Ren Fair. I get it.
I thought
I
it's
know what that is.
Fenugreek or what?
Fennel
I
cake.
love fennel.
We talking
Fennel
about
seed.
cake?
Fennel seed is so
Anyway.
good.
Gosh, Tony,
Lando,
Tony,
Lando,
need
do you
to control the
know?
show.
Lando, do you know what's the biggest one? Do you know? What's the
I do
biggest?
not know off the top of my head.
No. Somebody out there, one of the 4 people listening.
Somebody knows. All right. Well, speaking of Arc Raiders, it is confirmed last week by the devs that they do have aggression-based matchmaking, which is
I've been loving
very interesting. So it was suspected for like the last month or so that they were having aggression-based matchmaking, which means based on how you act towards other player characters, other humans playing the game, it remembers if you tried to talk to them, how fast before you decided to shoot them, if you looted their body after you shot them, all of these stats it takes into account and matches you up now with players who have similar behaviors in the game. And so for people like me and like Owen, who just want to get in and run around and
Except
find
for
all
Tony.
the goodies.
Tony, you run with a crowd of murderers, though.
I do.
I know you do.
I
here's
do.
here's how I know. I have been killed twice in probably 60 runs. And both of them were at this one place where it was a super high competitive spot, and I didn't know that. Game 1, after playing with Tony, who I feel infected my aggression-based thing.
Did we run into
No,
any
and what
aggressive
did
people?
what did
So
you
there
say?
go.
And what did you say in a trio? We were in a trio, and you said this is the most peaceful trio round. Me and
It was.
Uncle Squinky.
I did say this.
Me and Uncle Squinky brought your aggression in check. Well, let me tell you what.
No.
Taint.
Hang on now.
Did you just say the taint?
Yes, he did. In the
Owen.
other trios I run with, my
Guilt by
brother-in-law and his
association.
friend, that's what it is because I don't aggress anyone.
so-
I don't
and
aggro
so-
at all unless I am
and so-
shot at.
And so I come out of the gate, the first opening area where you spawn in at, murked at the entrance, Tony. Shot dead. I was like, oh, there's a hornet out there harassing somebody. I shall go and help. I fire at it. Turns out that was a trap that he was trying to catch people at spawn, and then just murdered me.
Mode
And I had all my good stuff on, Tony.
So here you need to get over your gear fear, man.
I normally
gear
I
comes
know,
and goes.
I know.
You just gotta play
and
with it.
And I rolled through that, but
Gear
Tony,
comes
I
and goes.
had just loaded it up. I didn't even get a chance to use it. I got an epic bump stock. I had a silencer 3 that I found. I didn't get a chance to go die normally. I died at the entrance to the spawn.
So, listeners, this was the conversation all freaking last week.
You're welcome.
Jaren
Like, they will just
exaggerates.
go on and on and on.
You know what it is? It's jealousy. Jared
I
doesn't
think-
have these.
I
Jared
think-
Why don't
doesn't
you
have
play,
these
Jared?
stories. He could play,
It
but he
sounds like your
chooses not
game.
to. It is. So knowing all of this, it is confirmed now by the devs last week. They came out and said, yes, it was suspected, but we do have aggression-based matchmaking. So if you play peacefully, you're going to be put in lobbies with other peaceful people. If you play very aggressively, you're going to be put in lobbies with aggressive people and have to fight for your scraps.
Didn't we
Right.
just finish the first expedition? Did you hear about the number? So one of the things you do in Arc Raiders is you save up a ton of resources, which I started doing before I realized what I was doing.
It's just your pack rat nature.
I know, but I started donating them, Tony, to the project. Have you seen the expedition project?
I've been.
And
I'm
you
on
basically-
level 2.
Me too. And I can't believe I did that because I never want to leave. They're like, yeah, wipe your character and start over. Are you out of
you
your
didn't
mind?
Know that's what the purpose.
I didn't
was?
know what that was. I'm glad I didn't do it. I'm glad I didn't do it.
You still got 3 levels above you that you'd have had to go through. Anyway,
Yeah,
so.
but I wasted, Tony, I wasted 35 durable cloth.
Oh no!
That's a lot, Tony.
Do you like just find one thing and then get out of the game as quick as you can? You don't like
It's a
fully
lot.
goop up.
I'm already gooped because I know I'm trying to do the quest. So I'm all loaded on nerd garbage like cloth and blankets and trying to
and
get
you know how
durable
you
cloth.
You get durable cloth. You make it with regular cloth.
I know, but you get all those goop, which you can't refine it and get. Anyway, my point is,
Darren,
my
I'm
point.
with you.
This isn't my
This
point.
sucks.
Sorry, I'm not gonna let us slide back into that. The point is, they had over a million users decided to go on the expedition, and it's really crazy because they're trying to push this expedition idea to get people to take a benefit for resetting their entire character.
Yeah.
So if you go on the expedition, basically all of your progress. Basically, everything you have is wiped, and you start the game over. And so, Jaron,
What?
unacceptable.
Argo says, "How did you survive?" And Jaren replies with, "Music and learning how to ignore Owen's voice."
You could have added Owen Antoni's. I just want
You
to point
can't
that
ignore
out.
mine. It's genetic.
Cody
Anyway,
commands a room.
anyway,
You weren't
there,
supposed to read that.
also
Come on.
It's
also,
public.
also, it's just more of that data, like they're doing with the aggression based. They're also doing. There's a lot of data they found out how people are using these skills, like why they're deciding to go, and all the things for the expedition, which I think is a really cool mechanism. I'm not going to
This-
do it, but
Yeah, so you can load up all the expedition and get it done, but you can't activate it for like another 40 days.
40
or
days
something
because
like that.
you had to get
There's
the
a
last.
window in which you can hit go and wipe your character, but you get some permanent buffs if you do that for for going forward. Anyway, yeah, it's that game's addictive. It's super fun. All right. Let's see. What do we got left? Game Sir. Ooh, this Game Sir controller is kind of neat. I don't know if I'd ever get one, but
And it wasn't at their booth. I didn't see
I
it.
didn't see it either. Yeah.
So they're putting out a tiny force feedback steering wheel on a normal looking, kind of like PlayStation shaped controller. It's lacking the right joystick.
It looks
but
like this one.
yeah, so it's got the left joystick and then a steering wheel right in the middle, a force feedback steering wheel.
Oh,
You got ABXY to the right.
Show the picture. Ta-da.
Yeah, there you go, Tony.
Oh, weird.
Super interesting. I have no idea how this would feel in practice. It feels kind of
So
odd.
you-
like
you would
I wonder if
basically
you'd use your
push-
thumbs
Yeah,
to.
you
So
just
yeah,
use
so
your
you-
thumbs.
Oh,
Use your thumbs
crazy!
like a steering wheel in the middle.
Ooh, that'd be good for like a TIE fighter or some sort of flying game too.
A steering wheel.
It's
How about a
steering-
stick? Joystick.
Yeah, but
You mean
Steering
like
wheels
the
are
one that's
cooler,
right next to
Jared.
it?
this looks way cooler. What if you could fly it like this, like it's a Nintendo-esque exercise enhanced thing?
I don't
Anyway,
know how
carry-
to respond to that.
Yeah, just carry on.
Yeah.
You sometimes
A regular controller is much better for a TIE fighter.
you think so?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
I think it'd be cool if it
100%.
steering wheel to
To
fly.
do what? Only
To
move
fly it
right
up or
and
down.
left?
Have you seen how that's how they do it in the movie? They do right and left.
They have the
What
steering
movie
wheel
are
in
you
the movie.
watching?
Yeah, in the movie they have the tiny little TIE fighter controls.
Okay. I want to keep going. I'm enjoying this conversation. I want to
Are
see
you?
where it goes.
Carry on, carry on.
Jaren,
He's
Jaren, I
baiting
feel
you.
like that is disingenuous.
Yeah.
I feel like that is not true.
Owen, let me just say, I'm proud of you for catching on. I'm proud
Yeah.
that you're starting
Yeah,
to learn
for sure.
Yeah,
You're learning, and it's not as fun.
I know.
No, but
No,
we're proud of you.
a kicked animal
that. Proud of you, bud.
eventually figures it out.
For some, it takes 9 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
How long have we been going? 10 years. We've been
10
going 10
years.
years.
I've known for a while, Jared. I just thought maybe I'd give you the chance to be nice, but you never change. Never change.
Give him enough rope to hang himself.
I was just thought I'd let you grow.
All right, we're gonna do two more stories: a bummer story and a cool story. Bummer story. What company do you think it involves? If you had said Microsoft, you'd be wrong this time. Actually, it's about
Whoa.
GameStop. Oh my gosh. So GameStop announced in the first week of the new year that they is my video super laggy, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I wonder what's going on there. They announced in the beginning of the new year that they are closing 400 stores.
Oof.
And
Out of-
A lot.
How
400
many stores are there?
I don't know.
That's 8 stores per state.
Yeah. So 400 stores are getting shut down, and all in the name of hitting a goal that the CEO has, which will grant him $35 billion in stock options. Can you believe that?
Is GameStop even worth $35 billion?
They're worth the goal he has to hit is $100 billion. So if its value hits $100 billion, he gets $35 billion stock options.
I guess we can take comfort that it's never going to do that and he's not going to get paid.
Well, let's hope so. Because
Yeah,
I don't
Roughly
want anyone,
3,200 stores worldwide.
So 400 is about 10
Little-
over 10%,
Little over 10%.
12% roughly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's disgusting if you ask me, because
So that he gets a bonus
so that he can get a bonus. Yeah.
for him. Okay.
Yep.
This is his exit strategy.
So it's 100% one of those things where I read it and I was like, I don't shop a lot at GameStop, but now I'm definitely never shopping at GameStop. So
Right?
Oh, so I need to stop buying baseball cards from GameStop. Is what you're telling me?
they sell baseball cards at GameStop?
They do, and it's convenient. After I've been bribing my son at baseball practice, so our baseball practice facilities at the Provo Mall, and so I bribe him to do good. If he does something like really cool that I'm really proud of or whatever, we'll go and buy a pack of baseball cards at GameStop down the hall.
That's cool.
But now we got to go somewhere else, which is probably fine. There's cooler places to buy baseball
Yeah,
cards.
there's better places to buy baseball cards.
You want to know
So-
something crazy about baseball cards? They're insanely expensive. Like I've gotten deep into baseball card collecting and trading, and there are baseball cards going upwards of like $100,000 or more.
New? Or do you talk about the old
These are
stuff
like
the
oh,
classic?
Michael
like the
Jackson signed
Okay.
cards or Kobe
Yeah.
Bryant like last known signed
Michael
cards.
Jackson signs baseball cards?
Not Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan.
Oh,
Oh, like Bo Jackson.
It's a
those
baseball
two.
card. I don't care. Or a
Like,
basketball card. I don't care.
like Bo Jackson, the two-sided
Yeah.
card. You know, Bo.
The Shohei, like I saw a Shohei rookie card that said Showtime on it. It was a 1 of 1. That went for like $10,000.
wow.
Wow.
There's a really interesting show on Netflix called King of Collectibles, and they often feature sports cards, but they'll do all kinds of collectibles like
That's interesting. Yeah.
nerdy stuff as well, and music memorabilia. And the amount of money that some of this stuff goes for is just mind-boggling.
I've been watching guys who go to sports cards expos and like that's their like job is to do deals, and it's fascinating to watch.
That's the
It's
kind
been
of
my recent YouTube deep dive.
That's the kind of thing they do on this King of Collectibles. They go out to
Yeah.
places like that and do deals. A lot of what's it called when you sell something for someone?
Consignment.
Consignment. Yep, a lot of consignment. All right, and last but not least, we got. I guess we got Ode to PS Vita.
We can
We'll do that.
s-
Yeah, we'll do that next week. It's not exactly what we would call timely, but that's a teaser for next week. The PS Vita, man, it was the last hurrah of awesome Sony hardware, in my opinion. But we'll get to that next week. Brandon Snaderson. No, I think you meant Sanders.
Snaderson.
Sanderson. There we go.
Brandon Sanderson.
Making a AAA game?
He's courting people. He is out there. I think he got really overzealous early in his career when the Cosmere took off, especially when Wave Kings took off, and he signed over both the TV and game rights to the entire Cosmere
Oof.
over to a company called DMG, I think.
Who?
Yeah, it's some media company, but basically all the
DMG Entertainment.
DMG Entertainment, and it never happened. Nothing ever happened from it.
So he got a payday, and his work
nothing.
reverted
Yeah.
back to him.
Yeah. Well, at least so just the game rights have come back. The TV and movie rights are still locked up with DMG. He's not famously, maybe even infamously, but he talked about how he was a little bit upset that George R. R. Martin. That tastes bad.
You don't like saying that, do you?
I don't like saying that, but he helped world build with Elden Ring.
Yeah.
And Sanderson's like, I'm not sure why that even happened. I've been a bigger fan since Moonbreaker.
He's a big FromSoft gamer.
Yeah.
Let's put world build in quotes. Around.
Yeah.
It's doing a lot
I
of heavy
mean,
lifting.
he could have used AI and no one would have known a difference.
Honestly,
anyway.
I would agree with the way that world and story makes no sense.
Yeah, exactly. So basically in his State of the Sanderson, he said, so if you're a game dev, if you're an indie, if you're a AAA, you think and you love the books, or you want to do it, he's like, it's time. You should be contacting my people right now. And
Nice.
that's kind of he is on the hunt for a
his
studio.
magic system transfers perfectly to video
perfectly.
game mechanics.
Can you imagine
Agreed.
trying to find metals and
Yep.
stuff? Like it works on so many levels. So it'll be an easy. You won't have to spend a ton of work there trying to devise a system.
Yeah, it's already there. So nice. Hopefully something cool comes out of that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that about wraps it up for today. Thanks for downloading us and making it to the end. Before we go, big shout out to our awesome Patreon backers, patreon.com/helpdeskarcade. And Lando has some more information on that.
I love Patreon. If you're not a member of our Patreon, that's okay, but you should be. And here's the reason why. The number one reason why in my book is for only $1, you get rid of those pesky ads. Boy, howdy, those pesky ads. I listen to a Padres podcast once a week, and it has the random ads inserted into it, and I hate it because they'll be talking about something, and they'll cut them short, and I have to listen to the stupid ads. I'm like, I wish their Patreon was $1 to get rid of their ads, but it's $5. I'm like, it's the off season. I'll probably wait till $1 gets rid of those pesky ads. By far and away, the best part of the deal. You also get access to the super secret Discord. You also get both shows in your own special Patreon RSS feed, which includes the Last Call, Geekshow Last Call, which is great. $3 or more, you get access to ONGPT. So if you have any questions you want to know about, like rock dogging or gold sifting, or
It's whatever the dopamine's chasing. So it would be Arc Raiders. You hit me with some Arc Raiders.
There we go.
You don't even know. You don't even know how many.
$3.
Saddle up, partner.
And for $6 or more,
We're going
you get
top
everything.
side.
You get everything we just talked about, plus a special shout out in the air, which is great. Like if you like our show, the special shout outs are where it's at. But what my favorite feature of this is our listeners, who are the best, change their names to make Jaren say different things. So Jaren's going to do that for us right this moment.
Yeah, big shout out and thank you to David
So much
Roshinsky. News stations should be required to add the Imperial March behind all government press conferences now.
You know what? You know what?
They may even like that.
I know.
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
They'd be like,
Don't-
yeah, that's right.
They're like, yeah.
What are you going to do about it?
Aaron Faulkner, Connor Keesaw, and Digital Tip Jar. Thank you guys.
Digital chip jar.
Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits, and where she sits, she shines.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Bo King Lambo, Jason Eatman, Harry Johnson, Harry Johnson.
Wow, he just went right over. Didn't even think about it twice.
Harry
I
Johnson.
did. I went back to it, and I said it again. Burninated Peasant, be the 8-year-old. It's worth it just for Owen's stories. Never trust someone who doesn't like Fallout. Other James, Huge Erection. Geriga Arimas, Tony the Excel and Power Apps Nerd, Pyman Graphics, purveyor of fine geeky stickers. Keslo, Eric Steinman, Eric Cruz, in between rating 555, Meh, DP, He hasn't updated that in a while because we don't even do the in-between anymore.
True.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Come on.
Yeah, you got to change the last call 555.
DP, Buckfutter. What does that mean? Oh, I think you know Trebek. Do you feel
Buckfutter.
macizo? You look macizo. Wesley, Adam, Stuart, Lloyd, get off my lawn. And the end?
All right. Thank you so much, Patreon backers. Look, I fixed my camera. Da-da-da.
Good work, Tony.
All right. We are officially out of here as far as arcade goes. We'll be back tomorrow talking about help desk, technology, other kinds of things right here. Otherwise, check us out. Download the podcast.
Yep. And I got a dastardly Jaren story to tell in the after
boy.
show.
Last
Let's go.
call.
What did I do?
That's it. We're out of here. We'll see you next time. Owen, take us out.
Hey, we hope you care.